Delhi and Kolkata are the two most polluted cities in the world in terms of average annual population-weighted PM2.5 exposure. A report published by Health Effects Institute's State of Global Air Initiative has said in its latest report. Mumbai ranks 14th on that list. The report found Delhi's average PM2.5 exposure to be 110 micrograms per cubic meter in 2019, which is 22 times the WHO benchmark of 5 micrograms per cubic meter. Kolkata has an average exposure of 84 micrograms per cubic meter. Remember, WHO's benchmark is 5 micrograms per cubic meter. Meanwhile, in terms of nitrogen dioxide exposure, Shanghai was the worst in terms of average exposure. The report, which used data from 2010 to 2019, found that global patterns for exposures to the two key air pollutants, nitrogen dioxide and PM2.5, were strikingly different. While exposures to fine particulate matter was found to be higher in cities located in low and middle income countries, exposure to nitrogen dioxide or NO2 was high across cities in high income countries. Ishika joining us for more on this from Delhi. Ishika, these are quite worrying numbers there in terms of air pollution for Delhi. Delhi and Kolkata ranking there as worst cities in terms of exposure to particulate matter 2.5. You know, there have been a number of claims and plans that have been made to tackle pollution, but these figures tell a different story.
Report that has come out yesterday, it has ranked Delhi and Kolkata among the most polluted cities if we talk about, in terms of PM2.5. Now, if we talk about PM2.5, these are very minute, air pollutants that once penetrate the body can cause, major respiratory problems and ultimately result into a weaker immune system. Now, the experts are saying that the young and the elderly and those with the chronic respiratory problems are at a higher risk because of this. Now, the same report, it is a US-based report. Now, the same report ranks Mumbai on 17th. And, in fact, all of this, the experts have commented that, masks should be very much mandatory for the people to follow. Now, the mask mandate that has already been in Delhi, it has come because of the COVID. But even in situation like, this air pollution and, in fact, monkeypox, it is very, very necessary for the people of Delhi to follow the mask mandate. Now, one more interesting finding of the report is that, Shanghai and Moscow, these two are the most polluted cities if we talk about in terms of exposure to nitrogen dioxide. And the report finds that the exposure to PM2.5 is found in the countries with low or middle income groups, while this NO2 is found in higher income groups. So that's a very interesting finding. So in all, we can say that in Delhi is just not battling COVID or monkeypox. It is also battling air pollution from a very long time. And in all of these three situations, mask is very, very necessary for the people of Delhi to follow, and thus they should take this step, be responsible and wear the mask, and the rest is on the government to take up steps to, reduce this. Over to you, Rohit.
All right, Ishika, thanks very much for joining us with those details. So worrying statistics there being cited in that report on air pollution.